If you want to know how to create the most effective DMO or routine, then watch this video to the very end. And I'm going to show you how to make money building your network marketing business on social media without having to spend all your time online. Because I'm Nana Kwesi Ajuman Prempe, and you're watching Network Marketing Coach AJ Prems. Looking to get more recruits, customers, and build your team in network marketing? Then go to the Young Entrepreneurs Network Marketing course by hitting the link in the description, and we'll help you build your business using social media. Also, if you like this, hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you can keep gaining value from this channel. The interesting thing about social media is most of the people who are actually building their businesses using social media aren't making money on social media. Even if they are making money, it's probably through their offline operations, or probably they already have an offline fan base or following that they've been able to transfer to their profile. They've gotten these people to follow them, but they don't actually make money out of their activities on social media. And the reason is because most of them don't actually have an effective strategy for social media. And so unless you are doing anything different from majority of these network marketers out there, sit back and get comfortable, because I'm going to make you a lot of money. So now the first thing to note is that your commissions or your sales are all going to come mainly from the messenger. So if you're expecting your posts to generate a lot of customers, a lot of business partners, you are mistaken. Most of your sales, most of your sign-ups are going to come from your messaging. So you need to understand that and put that kind of effort towards that area. And then in terms of the social media platform, your page or your profile, this is where you focus more on building your profile, building your reputation, getting a higher credibility, so that people will trust you more, so that more people will be willing to buy from you or partner with you, because people buy from those they trust. And if they do not trust you, it means they don't think that you're an expert. They think maybe you're a novice, you don't know much, or they think that maybe you're just looking to take advantage of them, or maybe they can't even recognize you because you don't stand out from the crowd. So social media is mainly an opportunity for you to create content that would help you elevate your profile, elevate your brand. So if you're using it mainly just to put your product out there or plug your business opportunity, you're not really going to see a lot traction, because other people are doing that as well. So first of all, you won't stand out. Second of all, you're going to look like you just want to take advantage of people. And third of all, you don't really look like an expert if you're just posting a business opportunity or posting products. Everybody does that. You don't need to be an expert to do that. Expert put out value. So once you understand this, you know how best to operate. Now, in terms of the messaging, which we'll focus on first of all, we want to cover a wide number of activities when it comes to messaging, because we have, first of all, the people that you need to find or locate and then message, and these people are going to end up being your potential customers or signups. You also have to reply to all those that maybe previously replied your initial message. You would like to exchange contacts with those kind of people so that you can start building a relationship with them. Building a relationship is the next stage. That is the area where you will work on understanding your prospects more, so that you can build the level of trust that they have in you, and also understand exactly what they need, so that when you're making offers to them, they are more likely to grab those offers because you are mentioning exactly what they want to hear. So essentially, you are doing three things. You want to make sure that you are giving yourself enough time to cover these three activities. So let's say maybe you take about 3 hours to do that. Of course, keeping in mind you have a target for the number of people that you want to reach out to. Maybe you want to reach out to 50 people per day. So that means you have to message 50 different people. You need to identify exactly where you're going to find your prospect. If it's for the business aspect, you need to have a niche. Your niche can be either around your profession or your passion. Now, if you want to know how you can go about finding prospects in a much simpler fashion using social media, you can check out my video where I speak into detail on that. Then you want to also focus on replying all those who have engaged you from your initial message. When you send messages out to these people, those who reply back are the ones you want to focus on. Those who don't reply to you, well, then that means then they've missed out. So you leave them alone. And then finally, the relationship building. So we start first with the replying of those who previously replied to you, because you want to exchange contacts with them. You want to finish up with those guys before you move on to sending out fresh messages. So you reply every single person who may have replied your initial message and try to get them to exchange contact with you. Once you exchange contact with them, you make sure that you reach out to them immediately so that they don't end up forgetting who you are. Then the next step would be to send out your messages. So it's best if you always have a scripted message that you put out that you can use to engage with people. And as I mentioned, if you want to gain more understanding of how to go about that, you can check out my prospecting video. Then finally, you want to build a relationship with your prospects. Maybe at this stage, you would like to continue your conversation with your prospect on WhatsApp. So you can use WhatsApp to build a relationship. With the relationship, there are 5 key questions that you need to ask your prospect that will help you understand them more and build a relationship. If you want to know how to go about asking these questions and building this kind of relationship, you can check my video on inviting, and you can go through that method and start implementing it straight away. So you can divide your time into maybe 3 hours, and you can divide that 3 hours into 3 different time slots. So you focus the first time slot into replying all the messages that have been sent back to or replies to your initial message. Then you spend the second hour focusing on messaging all those who would fit within your niche and who you would like to turn into potential customers. And then finally, the third hour is going to be focused on messaging those that you want to build a relationship with. So one effective way you can go about messaging those who you're building a relationship with is you can take each day for speaking on a particular topic. So let's say Monday, since you have 5 topics, that means it's going to take you 5 days to go about building a relationship with your prospect. So Monday, you ask questions around the first topic, Tuesday the second, by Friday you're done. So those you start with on Tuesday, that means you start the first topic on Tuesday, Wednesday you continue, by Saturday you're done. And it moves on in that process. So each day you always have an activity to perform. You always have a bit of questions to ask that would allow you to build a relationship with your prospects, and you also share those details as well. Sometimes it goes without saying though that probably your efforts to reply those who may have replied your initial message, it doesn't necessarily need to be 1 hour, because probably maybe those messages aren't so many. So it also depends on the time or the amount of messages that you've received. If there aren't so many, you can add that time to the period that you're going to use to reach out to fresh prospects. So this will take about 3 hours for you, and at this stage you should be able to have found new prospects, engage with the ones who have replied you, and started building relationship with those who you've exchanged contact with. Then the next step would be creating social media content, because this is how you're going to, as I mentioned before, build your profile. So the first thing you want to do is to first reach out to people within your niche. So comment and like or posts that have been created by people who are within your niche, or people who are talking on topics within your niche. This goes for both your product and your business aspect. The reason you're doing this is because you want to be able to attract more people to, first of all, to message, and also attract more people to follow your page and your profile. Because if you want people to, show you love, you need to give the love out first of all. So lead with the kind of reaction or the kind of treatment that you want to be given, and you will see that it will be reciprocated. So once you spend, let's say you can spend about 10 minutes commenting and liking posts that are centered around your niche for your products, and then you can spend 10 minutes doing that for your business aspect as well. So you have 2 different niches that you're going to get prospects from. And then from there, you can create your posts. You can create posts either on your personal profile, or you can also create them in groups. You can also even end up creating your posts on both platforms. You can create them on your personal profile, you can create them on your groups as well. Groups that are centered around your niche. If it's a platform like TikTok or Instagram, where let's say they don't really utilize groups, it's more of hashtags, you focus on linking your post to those kind of hashtags. So you put your hashtags underneath those posts so that people would see those kind of posts if they are interested under those, or they are interested in those hashtags. And it also means that with your liking and commenting process, you are going to spend that time within that hashtag, liking and commenting under posts or under posts that are within that hashtag. So once you're done with all that, you spend 5 to 10 minutes, let's say 10 minutes, waiting for anybody who would comment under your post so that you reply it, because the first 15 minutes after your post is posted is the most important period for your post. That is the time frame that the social media platform is going to take to tell how successful your post is going to be. So if you get a lot of engagement, then you're going to keep on promoting it for more people to see it, for you to keep getting more engagement. So if you're able to comment and like and comment on any of the comments that you receive under your post, you increase your engagement, and the social media platform is going to see it like your post is getting a lot of conversations, getting a lot of attention. So probably they should show it to more people who may be interested in it as well, and then you grow. So that is one hack that you can utilize to get a lot more attention in social media. Then after that, the next step that you can focus on would be building your team. Now I know I haven't mentioned anything about team building at this stage, but I do believe that when you're building your business, you always have to focus on your productivity as well. And that is one mistake a lot of network marketers make. They forget about their productivity and end up babysitting your team. And when you do that, when you babysit your team, they never grow up, and you always have to do the work. So what you can do if you want to make sure that they are going about their activities like you are and they are being consistent is you can all start the activities together. So when you're about to start, you alert your whole team, hey, we're about to start commenting on posts, so let's go. Let's spend 10 minutes commenting and liking. Let's create a post. Let's spend 10 minutes replying any comments that come about. When it's time for you to reach out to fresh prospects, tell your team we are using this period to reach out to fresh prospects. We're going for the next 3 hours, so we are reaching out to fresh prospects. We're replying any people who reply our initial message, and we are spending time building relationships with the prospects who we exchange contacts with. So this way they are involved and they are duplicating with you, so they become more independent. They are able to grow their teams as well. So any time that will come after your business building can be used for team training, and that's way more effective than actually fitting or shoehorning your team training within your productive hours. So you already know that you're done with the productive hours, and then if you can focus on helping your team to grow, and then you can answer any questions that they have and help them with any difficulties too as well. So if you're able to implement this process, you realize that you are not really spending so much time on social media. You spend just 3 hours with your messaging. You spend about, let's say, 20 minutes with your posting, and that's if you're posting once a day. And so that's 3 hours, 20 minutes. You can spend maybe an hour to do the team building activities or the team training activities if you prefer. And anything that comes about that after that, with that I mean those prospects who probably you realize they are ready to check out the opportunity, be it the product or the business opportunity. You can start that process. You can start an inviting process with them. But because the inviting process is not going to be a regular part of routine, because that will be dependent on your efforts in reaching out and engaging with this prospect. It would be determined by if you actually have people available, or if you actually have people who are ready to be invited. So if you have those people ready to be invited, you can dedicate some time to start the invitation process. And if you want to discover how best to go about the invitation process, you can check out my video on invitation as well. I'll put the link somewhere within the video, so you can look out for that. If you enjoy this content and you're committed to making the big commissions whilst you're building your network marketing business on social media without having to spend your whole day online, then I've got a great offer for you. I've set aside some time in my calendar to help you achieve your desired goal. And so you can book some time here with me. You can just message me and let me know the time that will work for you, and then we can work out a schedule and we can have that conversation. Thanks so much for watching. I'm out. Bye.